Your brain can literally get stuck in time. Not metaphorically, neurologically. A 10-second event from 10 years ago can hijack your body in 2025 like it's still happening right now. Here's what's actually happening inside your brain and how people break free from it. What is PTSD? Let me explain what's actually happening inside the brain, because once you understand this, everything else makes sense. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, is what happens when your brain's internal alarm system gets permanently switched on after a terrifying experience, and it can't figure out how to switch back off. Here's the analogy that nails it. Think of your brain like a smoke alarm. Normally, it fires when there's real danger, then goes quiet when the danger passes. With PTSD, the alarm keeps screaming even when there's no smoke in the room. The danger is gone. But the alarm doesn't know that. That's not weakness. That's your brain doing exactly what it was designed to do: protect you. It just got stuck. A soldier comes home safe from war but still hits the ground every time a car backfires on a quiet street. His body never got the memo that the war ended. That's PTSD. Types of PTSD. Not everyone with PTSD has the same experience. And this next part surprises most people. You don't have to be a soldier or a survivor of violence to have PTSD. Secondary trauma, vicarious PTSD. First responders. ER nurses. Therapists. Parents of abuse survivors. You can develop PTSD from witnessing someone else's trauma without ever experiencing it directly yourself. Hearing stories of suffering over and over rewires the brain the same way direct trauma does. This is one of the least talked about types and one of the most common among caregivers. Classic PTSD. A single, specific event: a car crash, an assault, a natural disaster. The brain keeps replaying it on loop, like a film stuck in rewind, searching for a way it could have ended differently. Complex PTSD, CPTSD. Imagine growing up in a house where danger wasn't an event, it was the weather. Every single day. CPTSD comes from repeated, prolonged trauma: childhood abuse, domestic violence, years of neglect. It goes deeper than classic PTSD, affecting how a person sees themselves, trusts others, and manages emotions. Dissociative PTSD. Some people respond to trauma by mentally checking out. They feel like they're watching their own life from the outside, like a passenger in their own body. It's the brain's emergency escape hatch when reality becomes unbearable. Delayed onset PTSD. Sometimes PTSD doesn't show up right away. It can lie dormant for months or even years after the event, then surface when life gets quieter, or when something small triggers a memory the brain had filed away. Many veterans only develop symptoms years after returning home. Symptoms of PTSD. PTSD shows up in 4 main ways. And some of these will surprise you. 1. Re-experiencing. The trauma replays uninvited. Flashbacks so vivid they feel like the event is happening right now. Nightmares: waking up in a full panic, heart racing. Body reactions: sweating, shaking, or freezing at a sound, a smell, a place that reminds you of it. 2. Avoidance. The brain learns, if I stay away from everything connected to that memory, I stay safe. So people stop going certain places. Stop seeing certain people. Stop talking about what happened even to those they trust most. The silence isn't indifference. It's armor. 3. Negative thoughts and mood shifts. And then there's the cruelest part: trauma doesn't just hurt you. It lies to you. A deep, persistent feeling of hopelessness or emptiness. Blaming yourself for something that was never your fault. Feeling numb like emotions got turned down to zero. Pulling away from people you love, without fully understanding why. For hyperarousal, the body that won't stand down. This is the nervous system stuck on high alert 24/7. Startling at small sounds or sudden movements. Sleeping becomes nearly impossible. Irritability or anger that feels like it comes from nowhere. A constant, exhausting feeling of being watched or unsafe even in peaceful places. Treatments for PTSD. Okay, here's the part one really want you to hear. PTSD is one of the most treatable mental health conditions we know of. People recover. Not just cope, recover. Here's what the evidence says actually works. 1. Cognitive processing therapy, CPT. This therapy targets the stories trauma leaves behind, the false beliefs like it was my fault or I'll never be safe again. A therapist works with you to challenge those thoughts, examine them, and replace them with accurate ones. Most people see real progress in around 12 sessions, some even fewer. 2. Prolonged exposure therapy, P. This one sounds scary, but it works. You gradually and safely face the memories and situations you've been avoiding. Why? Because avoidance keeps the alarm on. Exposure teaches your brain, I can handle this. It's the past. I'm safe now. You're not erasing what happened. You're teaching your brain it no longer has to be afraid of it. 3. EMDR therapy. Eye movement desensitization and reprocessing is one of the most fascinating discoveries in modern psychology. While you hold a traumatic memory in mind, a therapist guides your eyes in a rhythmic back-and-forth movement similar to what happens naturally during REM sleep. This process helps the brain reprocess the memory, moving it from active threat to past event. Many people describe it like this: the memory doesn't disappear, it just stops feeling dangerous. Studies show results in fewer sessions than traditional therapy. 4. Medication. For many people, medication plays a key supporting role, especially for anxiety, depression, and sleep. SSRIs like sertraline and paroxetine are FDA approved specifically for PTSD. Always work with a doctor. This is one area where professional guidance genuinely changes outcomes. PTSD is not a personality flaw. It's not weakness. It's your brain doing everything it knows how to do to protect you from something that already hurt you. Brains can learn new things. And healing is one of them. If this landed for you even a little, you probably know someone who needs to hear it too. Send it to them. If this was useful, hit like. It helps this reach people who need it. Subscribe if you want more plain English mental health content every week. Drop a comment, what topic should we cover next? I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself.